Alright, what's up guys? So if you watched any of my videos before, I'm having trouble with this 5.3 starting. So I started with the Holley Terminator Max X, but I don't have the 4L60. I have the 700R4 still. I'm running it in an 88 Camaro. I'm trying to. And I just got the 5.3. Right now I got the eBay harness in it because I thought something was wrong with the Holley. The eBay harness is doing the exact same thing the Holley is, where it'll run on starting fluid, but it won't run on the injectors. The injectors aren't firing. So let me turn it around. I don't have it all hooked up yet, and I actually have a 6.0 service truck that I stole the mass airflow sensor off of it, and that didn't help. And then I don't have the power steering hooked up yet. I don't have the alternator hooked up yet. It's plugged in, but it's not all hooked up. Anyways, earlier when I was trying to start this, I had all this off. I grounded it to the block down here, and I have it grounded to the body and to the battery. And I have the grounds. I did have them on the back of the head over here. I ended up grounding them now to the block, thinking that it might have something to do with that. Still nothing there. And I don't know if I'm not grounding it right or whatever, but I can spray starting fluid in here in the intake and it'll run. And I can open it up with my little throttle cable I got rigged up here. I don't have that hooked up quite yet either. But yeah, it'll turn over all day long, but it won't fire. Tomorrow I'm going to do a compression test on it. But right now it's just, I don't know what to do. All it is 5.3, Gen 3 5.3. I got a cam, lifters, and heavier springs, and I did head gaskets, and it's got long tubes. I got some more expensive plugs and wires for it. They're the iridium plugs, and I don't know what wires. So, and then I did the EGR port delete stuff. I tried to make it so it doesn't have vacuum leaks or nothing, and I got it all wired up as much as I can. Like I showed you, I don't have the mass airflow. I don't have the NOx sensors hooked up because I have the ICT delete plate on here. I don't have the steam ports hooked up, and my fuel rails are leaking. I have another set of fuel rails here and injectors just in case those are bad. I have not swapped them over yet. I figured if these injectors were bad or good, you'd still get power to them. But here I am, not getting any power to them. Yeah, so I wired the eBay harness up here, and I think these are for, I don't know. And I got the starter wired up. I got the crank sensor wired up. I don't have these bolted down because they won't fit in the stock bolt locations because it's pushing up against the heater box here. That also isn't going to be hooked up for now, just get it running. So here's the stock flashed computer. I paid $100 for this on LSXswapinabox.com, and I have it wired up. I did have it wired up to my purple or pink one down here, something around here. But I ended up hot wiring it to the one under the hood, and this is also my fuel pump. So when you turn the key on, the fuel pump kicks on. So here's what I got going on. Fuel pump will stay on because it's hot wired. Literally, that's it. That's all it'll do. So if I sprayed starting fluid down the intake, though, it'll run. So I don't know. Are the injectors bad? I heard you can hook up a 9-volt to them. I haven't tried that yet. So I did hack this wiring harness up because So this one came with the EV1 style plugs for the EV1 injectors, and these are the multi-tech ones. And so I had the stock wiring harness that I actually took off an Avalanche. I don't know what year, but it's just a junk one that's been wrecked and stuff. So I cut the wiring harness up on that, and I took the plugs off that to make these work. So yeah, tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I mean, you can sit there and call me names all you want as long as I get this thing running before I throw any more money at it. Today I put not a new, but a used crank sensor on the back from that Avalanche. The motor's still in there. Something's wrong with the motor, but I'm pretty much pulling pieces off of that to make this run. That's where I got the other fuel rail from also. So yeah, I'm lost. I don't know. I'm about ready to just throw a carb on it and call it a day and kind of go that route. Throw like the MSD box with the wiring for the LS, and then the intake, and then like a carb on top, and then like a fuel pressure regulator from the gas tank, and run that. So I'm not giving up on the LS swap yet, but I might be giving up on fuel injection because it's just not going my way. So yeah, if any of you guys have any suggestions on where to start, what I do, throw grounds here and there, whatever, let me know, because this is all new to me. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means. This is all new. So I'm just trying to get it going so I can go out and enjoy it. Why have a car if you can't drive it, you know? So let me know. Comment, call me names if you want. Tell me your experience with LS swaps, because I'm sure everyone and their brother has done an LS swap, and send me comments and stuff that you've done LS swaps on. That'd be cool. Thanks for any info you give me. I'll be looking forward to it.